all the best of what is going on with them. And so then it makes us feel like it's highlighting the worst in what's going on in our own life. So hello everybody, happy Thursday. I feel like this is becoming a familiar sight, me sitting in my bed. Just kind of pathetic. No, I don't spend the entire day up here. But this last week, I have been spending more time than not in bed. Periodically throughout the day, I come upstairs and I have the heat pack back here. You can see it's actually technically not even mine. Mike got this. I mean, we have heat packs. Heat packs and me go way back. But this one here, Mike actually got when he got in his last car accident. And now I am using it just because it's here and it's convenient. So I've already told you guys that, you know, I've kind of been having a rough week with my sorry, I'm just checking because I think Mike just texted me. I've been kind of having a rough week with my back and my neck. And okay, so like I don't want to like get into a big thing about it because the truth is that I really don't like talking about it. Like I know I've mentioned it. It's sprinkled throughout the vlog. Really the only reason why I ever say anything is because I feel like I'm not being myself. Like when I'm kind of going through a phase of being in more pain or like discomfort than normal, I know it kind of changes like how, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. But I feel like when I watch the vlog back, I can see that I'm like not the same the way I come across, the way I'm talking, and maybe I'm not as peppy, or I'm just, my appearance is extra disheveled-y more than normal. The only reason why I even bring it up is because I feel like if I don't, then it's like what's up with Jen? Like she's like, what's going on? And then like it turns into something that it's not. Because, you know, everything on YouTube is exaggerated. But sometimes I feel like if I say anything, then it comes across that I'm like complaining, which I'm not. I really just say, like, I think if I was just doing like, if I was just not doing daily vlogs, if I was just doing like sit down videos once or twice a week talking about whatever, I could get away with like not saying any of that stuff. But I think because I vlog every single day, and aside from the kids, I'm the main person in the vlog, like it's hard to not mention it. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously I am kind of under the weather and not feeling very good. And so it affects, like I said, it affects my vlogging, and sometimes I don't vlog as much, or I'm just not my usual self. So that's why I bring it up, just so like you're not wondering what is going on or thinking that it's like something that it's not. It's been like a week now, and yesterday was like the first day I was like kind of starting to feel normal, like what I consider to be normal for me. And then I woke up this morning and whatever was happening on this side transferred over to this side. It's not as extreme because on this side it was literally my entire, like from my neck down to my hips. It's not as bad in that regard. It's mostly my neck and my shoulder. It doesn't really go for like further than that, but the intensity of the pain is the same, and I can barely move my neck. Like it's bad. I think probably my thought is that because I injured my right side, I probably was like overcompensating on this side, and it doesn't take a lot for me to do something on this side. Are you with me? Anyhow, the truth is like it's not been a very good week. I haven't done a whole lot. I've just basically been trying to like survive and get through the day, if I'm completely honest. Kids have probably had way too much TV time than I would like. And yeah, I've been up and down a lot, coming to bed to put the heat back on throughout the day. It's just, we haven't gone to any of our classes. It's been one of those weeks. So I don't feel sorry for myself. I don't want anybody else to, honestly. Like, I appreciate when you guys leave me comments and stuff like, oh, I hope you feel better and sorry, not feeling good. But that's like the real truth, is that like, I don't do it to get like pity comments, because I don't feel sorry for myself. It's annoying and it sucks. And I hate that I can't like go about my week the way that I want to. That's the hardest part. Like, I think if you have any kind of like chronic pain or chronic illness and stuff like that, I think the hard part is like your mind, you know, still is going a mile a minute. And like, I still like have all these plans and I want to do this and I want to do that, but my body just can't keep up sometimes. And that's the frustrating part. And that's just, it's frustrating sometimes. So, I don't want like the vlogs to turn into being a downer. I know there's nothing more depressing than watching a vlog where someone's just like talking about like, let me tell you how horrible my life is. The only reason why though, I'm also not afraid to say and to share this stuff though, is because I want to keep it real, because obviously we like to highlight the good in the day, but I need you to know that like I'm a totally real person, and like things happen and everybody's got their stuff, you know, like everybody's got something to deal with. It might not be like a physical thing. It could be anything. You might just be having a bad day or like whatever it is, but like we all, including like we all have bad days, like we all, or bad weeks. And a lot of the time, like I'm not being the best version of myself because I'm dealing with something else. And so even though I know it's somewhat beyond my control, this whole week's been a flop. And I just like, I have not, I don't know. It's not been the greatest. I don't feel like I've been the best mom this week because I just haven't been as involved with the kids as I want to be and like to be and am able to be. And I beat myself up about it, you know, and I'm just, like I said, I keep it real because I want you guys to know that like I'm not perfect and I'm not always the best mom and I'm not always like on my A game, you know, like it's just not true. I don't want you to feel alone, I guess. Sometimes we watch people and we see all the best of what is going on with them. And so then it makes us feel like it's highlighting the worst in what's going on in our own life. Does that make sense? But like we all have bad moments. We don't always have it together. We don't always, like things aren't always up. So that's why I like to share the ups and the downs. There's way more ups than downs. And I try to always find the good and the positive as much as I can, even when things are not fabulous. But things get to me too, you know, and I had like a mini meltdown earlier this week. I just was like, you know, just everything was kind of hitting me and I just felt like kind of out of control and like I don't know, I didn't know what to do with myself. It was kind of overwhelming. And I have to remind myself that I can't rely on my own strength. For me, you know, I have to get strength from God, and if I tried to do it like just relying on my own capabilities and stuff, like I would be constantly failing like all the time. I think in moments like this, when like things are extra at their low point, you extra have to just give it up and just be like, you know what, I can't do it myself. I need help. And for me, like I said, that's from whoever's around me and also from God. Like I just need to be like, you need to intervene and do something because I obviously am not handling this well. So I say all that like to myself and also to you. Just, you know, if you're struggling through something right now or you're having a hard time with whatever it is right now, just be encouraged. I know it's tough though. Like I know it's tough because like I'm in the midst of it. And again, you know, I know there's people who have work. Like this is not about rating how bad your situation is compared to the next person, because it can be like it can bring you back to reality. I think it's not always bad to consider that there all are people worse off than you. And it can put into perspective whatever it is you're going through somewhat. But at the same time, I also feel like, you know what, we need to be happy with those who are happy. And we also need to cry and, you know, like be sad with people who are sad. Like, I don't necessarily think that that's wrong, that there's a time and a season for all of that too. Just be encouraged, whatever you're going through. I know, we all know what it's like because we've all been there in our own way. But you know, this too shall pass. This too shall pass. That's kind of the situation. And Mike's helping out as much as he can, but quite frankly, he's a horrible vlogger. Like, let me just say that. He knows too. It's not like I'm bad-mouthing him behind his back. Like, when he vlogs, he's good at it, but he's just like he's a bad, like, he forgets, he doesn't like, you know, he feels awkward still. Like, he doesn't like to vlog if I'm not there, like, around. He doesn't like to do the whole, like, being by himself vlogging out in public. Like, half the time he has the camera and then, like, he'll come back home and he didn't even turn it on. He's a horrible vlogger, so I can't say that I can completely count on him to pick up the slack sometimes, but he tries. He definitely tries. So anyhow, we will continue to keep the vlogs light and upbeat. I know the kids, we can always count on the kids to put a smile on our faces. Those guys are playing Minecraft. These girls are playing Barbie.
I'm playing.
But you have an audience.
Yeah.
A team to root you on.
There's a new, I might say that, there's a new, Barbie movie, and it's called Dreamtopia.
Whoa.
There's a game on it.
Whoa.
There's a game.
Whoa.
And I saw it on a video one time.
You did?
And I remember.
What do you think about that, little Tiny? You don't know?
There's two new movies, Barbie movies that
That's
we didn't
exciting.
watch. We didn't watch
They're not out yet.
The Spy one or Dreamtopia. But well, the Dreamtopia, we're gonna watch the Spy one first.
Yes.
First because like.
But
Dreamtopia
only if you're not bad.
Which had mossy rock. And
Pasta is percolating. Yes, it is I. I am home.
Kids are having popsicles in the middle of a snowstorm.
Maybe I got a surprise.
Yeah, apparently we had one lonesome, those popsicles that are like, they look like bananas and you can peel them. We get them sometimes at restaurants, which she actually said, this is from a restaurant. So we had one of those apparently and she scored it. Let me lift it up for you so you can eat it. There you go. But anyway, yeah, all we had was popsicles. I actually put an order in for groceries for tonight. So oddly enough, like you have to pick your time slot of like when you want to pick up the groceries. So I was like, well, Finley has ballet later tonight. Eli has youth group. Watch Jake. And so I set up the time for like 7 to 9 o'clock because that's just about the time that they would be finishing. So I thought, oh, Mike could just drive by on the way home. I thought last minute, right before dinner, I was like, I should check just to be sure that nothing's been canceled. And sure enough, both things were canceled. So he technically didn't have to go out at all. But yeah, so anyway, but we were in desperate need of groceries because we're like out of milk, out of juice, out of bread, like we're out of everything that like we need. So out of dishwasher tablets, out of a lot of stuff. So there's all the snow. I don't know if you guys can get an idea. If you look over sort of on the picnic table there, you can kind of see how much snow has accumulated on the top. That's at least a foot, maybe a foot and a half
I can see that Jake
of snow. So Mike is going to take the kids outside to play in the snow after dinner.
I want to play too.
Yeah, you're one of the kids. Can we not wipe our mouth on our... You know what? We had a bib on you so that you wouldn't get spaghetti on your shirt, and now you just wiped your mouth on your shirt. Woman! There's the kiddos outside. There's a lot of snow, like a lot. Like look at that, not sled, the slide over there. It's almost completely covered. Poor Jake is upstairs whining because he wants to go out, but the problem is that we have to have him tethered if he goes out. and then he kind of goes crazy because he like wants to frolic with the kids, you know what I mean? And yet they are trying to stay away from the poo area. So here comes little Tiny. Oh my goodness, a snow bunny if I ever saw one. Have fun. I'm afraid she's gonna disappear in the snow because it's so deep. Be careful, okay? Make sure you go over there out of the poo-poos, okay?
Oh my goodness. It's deep. Stay in the backyard, okay guys?
Michelle's getting ready to go to ballet. She's got her suit on. She got some socks. And gotta bundle up because it's cold and it's snowing outside.
Yeah, we'll have to wear hats and mitts and toques and parkas and moccasins.
Daddy's home.
Or snowshoes.
I have sock and moccasins.
What were you yelling out in the hall? You were chasing Eli saying something was gonna get. What were you saying?
I was saying, we were playing the
Yeah, I know, but what were you saying? Tell me. Say it. The Jabberwocky.
What?